Hi, this is Colin from Watch Off the Cuff. Today we are going to do a battery change on the Bulova Lunar Pilot. So let's get right to it. And we're going to put this in the case holder of the Horatech Maxi Press. Of course, my fingers are exactly in the way, so you can't see what I'm doing. Just opening up the jaws. I'm just making sure that the pins that hold it are spaced far enough apart that we're not putting pressure on the two pushers that are here. So we'll put that. And I'm going to change my glasses as I'm slowly going blind. So I'm just opening up the jaws here. Just tighten that up a little bit, and with gentle pressure we'll give that a turn. Isn't that pretty good? There we go. And then from here we can just get the Bergeron 8-ball here. We can just use that, take that off the rest of the way, and I'm going to see you at the bench. Okay, so here we are. We brought this over. Maybe what we'll do first is we're just going to remove this, unscrew this, and move this over to this case cushion. I really like this one. This is the Bergeron, just looking at the edge here, 30097-R. I have this on my website, shameless plug. I like it better for a lot of things than the kind of gel ones, because this gives, and this is going to provide my scratch resistance, but also a very firm surface. And I've got theories about handling small parts and things in the watches where you don't want to store any energy. That's when things slip and things go across the room. So this way, it's just like a solid but scratch-resistant surface for us to work on a watch. So I'll tell you, in the last I don't know, 6 months, I would say that this case cushion is probably my best purchase that I made for like less than $50, for example. So anyway, the threads are pretty precision on this. We'll get this off. And there you go. We can see the battery is there. We'll take a look and see what it is. I'm going to switch my glasses again. And we have an SR27W. The SR, I'm just looking at my chart just off screen right there. Of course, it's not in order. It's just a random SR927W is going to be a 399. Just going to confirm that. And grab a 399. So this has a retaining clip that is right here. So we're going to gently pull that out of the way, and then that's going to lift the watch. It's going to be slightly spring-loaded. There we go. Almost. There we go. Out it comes. And we'll grab some plastic tweezers, get that out there. And we'll get our replacement battery. So I'm going to hook it under, it's exactly upside down. It goes under this clip over here. And now I'm going to use this screwdriver. So this is just an inexpensive screwdriver that I'm using here. I don't use, like, for example, my fancy Horatech, or if you're using Bergeron, I don't do that for this. You know, you don't want to use them as pokers and priors. You want to use them for a precision work to make sure you're not marring the blade edge. So I always tell people that if they're really concerned about buying like a starter set of screwdrivers, whether that's a waste of their time, the short answer is no, it's not. You're going to have multiple screwdrivers that are going to be used for multiple things. And then it's not going to be a waste of time. You're gonna run multiple sets anyway. So anyway, so that is there. I'm just going to do a quick peek and make sure we've got running. It is. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the gasket off this and relubricate it. Now this watch is a collector. He comes to the Milton Watch Club, and you can tell that he really takes care of this watch. Like, there's no dirt whatsoever on the thing. Normally what I would do is I would take some Rotoco. I'll do it anyway just to run it around, and I would go around this edge. I'm gonna bring it a little closer so I can see it in my loop, and I can see just a faint little things, and just make sure that's nice and clean. I do the same thing with that back on the gasket, and I just give it a quick go just to make sure. I mean, it's pretty spotlessly clean. And then I give the case back a quick run around too. Do that right there, and make sure we're good there. So now we take this. And we're gonna put that in this Luber box from Horatec. This is running silicone 7, which is a very good general purpose gasket lubricant for watches. And we're gonna get it on there. I'm gonna put this out of the way, and then we'll get this gasket. When you're putting this back on, it's better to pull it around and not roll it over the edge, because then you're twisting the gasket as you go. So what we do is I'm just gonna hold it here. I'm just gonna pull that around the edge, just like that. And just make sure it's seated all the way down. And then we'll be ready to gently screw this back on and get it started. This was a little bit tight. I found it was a little bit not very forgiving when I took it off. So I'm just gonna go backwards for a minute. I just wanna go back and forth a few times because the threads feel a little rough. Just gonna go back and forth, just go back until I can kind of feel it seat flatly. There we go. I don't know if you could almost hear that. It was like not right, not, and then click, and then in we go. I always tell everybody that a little bit of patience goes a long, long way. If it doesn't feel right, just be patient and slowly keep at it, and then you're going to end up, being in a good spot. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly take this back to the maxi press there from Horatec that we opened the case with to make sure this is torqued down properly, and then we'll come back and just do a quick wrap up. Okay, we're just giving this a quick in reverse operation. I'm just going to put it back into the case holder, and we'll place it into the press. Gonna do the old switcher on the glasses again. That ball go there. And there we are. All right, let's take this back, and we'll do the chronograph was obviously running. We'll do a quick check here. We'll do a reset. And I think that it's not going to come back to 0. No, it's not. So that means that the chronograph was running when the battery ran out, and the movement has lost the positional data on where that second hand is supposed to go. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fix that. Let's go back to the bench. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull the crown out to realign this center seconds hand. We're going to pull it out two notches, 2 positions, and then we can click. We should be able to press and hold this. Can we press? Oh, there we go. So we can press and hold until we get back to the top. Just gonna look closely to make sure it's the right position. I think one more click. Yes, it is. Now, if I wanted to realign the split seconds here, you can do that by pressing this pusher. That part was already okay. So we're going to put it back here. And now when we run the chronograph, we're going to stop. And away we go. Now, this accumulated minutes seems to be in the right position as well. It probably is a sort of like a halfway first click position, and then you can adjust it with the pushers as well. Okay, so that's a complete battery change on the Bulova Lunar Pilot, and we did make the center seconds correction, so it was coming back to 0. Thanks again from Watch Off the Cuff. If you are looking at the website recently, about a week ago, I received a very large Horatec stocking order, so if you're waiting for something to be in stock, it should now be in stock online. Cheers.